Brooklyn Independent Television.
Caught in the Act is supported in part by public funds from the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs in partnership with the City Council.
Coming up, the Sunday Drum Circle in Prospect Park, a weekly celebration of our rhythmic roots.
No matter what your instrument is, the African drum was the beginning.
In another part of the park,
really
two painters work on one canvas.
It's like a puzzle. Suddenly you have like more pieces than you would usually have, so you need to find their way.
Vitaly Umansky and Jillian Leedy, in collaboration. Eli Smith, a major force in Brooklyn's folk music scene, does a little teaching on the side.
One more time, whole thing. A section.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jazz pianist Joel Holmes in rehearsal with friends.
Will I be everything you imagine?
And singer-songwriter Andrew Mancilla records a new album. In his day job, he's an attorney. They're all caught in the act, art in Brooklyn.
Starting 1970, we started here in Prospect Park. A few of the guys and I continually came here every Sunday until it expanded into what it is today. This drum session was built mainly for the diaspora of drums as well as people. Here you can come whether you know how to play a drum or not, and play.
Anybody that wants to come and sit down and learn how to play the drums, we have master drummers here that can teach them that. We have people that pass through from all over the world. We have drummers that pass through from all over the world. The drummer circle is known from coast to coast. Me personally, I'm a Vietnam vet, and I found out it's the best way to relieve my stress. No matter what your instrument is, the African drum was the beginning. We will find a way to blend you in with what we're doing.
Everybody come and play their own instrument of their spirit. Some plays the shekere, some play the bell, some play the drum, some people just clap their hands.
There are people who come and dance. They come from different places. They do different kinds of dances, but it's all part of what we do here. It's exposing your culture as well as mine.
I'm from Holland and I'm visiting New York for the summer, and I've actually never been in Prospect Park before. I knew about the Drummers Grove, that people are actually bringing their own drums and then just start playing, and I think it's really amazing because everyone is kind of invited to join. It's a great atmosphere, it's really festive.
I live in the neighborhood just around the corner. I come to the drum circle quite a lot. I think it's one of the better things about this neighbourhood is that people have this kind of communal space to basically go through something together. So yeah, there's a lot of emotion here on a weekly basis. It's kind of essential. I think when you have people living so close together, they have to have some release. So this is, I think, one of the more important places in Brooklyn. I come to this to basically feel the music rather than just listen. You can kind of feel it going through your limbs. It makes me happy and sad at the same time.
I came from Lake Baikal in Siberia, Russia. And it's amazing to be part of this circle, and especially the ceremony they just did to honor the ancestors, to remember where we come from, and to keep dancing so we can massage the Mother Earth and play music and play drums and sing and dance and share love and peace.
Universal love, yes. That's what the Drummers Grove is all about. And I appreciate it so much. I love it.
I'm always going to be a student in music. My name is Joel Holmes. I am a jazz pianist from Baltimore, Maryland. I've been living in New York City for 3 years now, Brooklyn, New York. I play jazz piano, but in general I just play music, different styles, from gospel to hip-hop, R&B, neo-soul, salsa, Afro-Peruvian, and straight-ahead jazz traditional, solo, ragtime music, just a whole lot. I got exposed to jazz at Baltimore School for the Arts High School. And I noticed all the girls like the guys in the jazz band. That was like the cool band. So I just saw it as a freshman. I said, oh, I guess I have to learn how to play jazz. Little did I know I would fall in love with the music itself, and I had to teach myself how to play jazz because I was learning classical music in school. 2 weeks ago I was in Chile, and that's like my second home now, and there are over 100 jazz musicians there. And I just found out this trip that there were the first recordings of jazz and original compositions were back in the 1940s. They take the music personal, and I knew that, I saw that similarity, North American jazz, because there's the different styles, you know. So I did a live CD recording for my friend Augustine Moya, saxophone player. And I did a lot of little gigs locally, you know, and also a festival down in the South. It was great to have fans, friends, family, people who are hungry for music. The government has sent me around as a jazz ambassador to countries they want to build stronger ties with. They sent us in a program called the Jazz Straight Ahead Rhythm Road. It's part of the Lincoln Center. Sometimes countries that may not be the safest per se, but they send us out as special groups. And we go and spread jazz and learn as well about their cultures. So I've been doing it even without the program. I still go out solo, even if I'm spending my own money for the tickets, because just for the preservation of music, you know.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I just happened to choose East New York as my location. It may be a strange first choice, but actually, when I look outside, it's pretty peaceful. It's nice and safe, and well, my area is, and very relaxed. I can get away from all the chaos and everything. So, but that chaos is needed as well. You know, that fire and that energy that you feel in Manhattan is serious business. There's no energy like it anywhere around the world that I've seen. New York is, well, let's just say Brooklyn is the home of many jazz musicians. We have a little group, we call it the Greenhouse Effect, and basically what we're doing is jamming, working out on ideas that you can't necessarily do at a jam session at night because a lot of people want to play, and you have a time limit. We had Joe Blacks on the drums, and we had Matt Clifford on the bass. Here we're kind of free to work on songs that we want to work on, stop, talk, listen to a song, learn it together. So now we're going to have more musicians, horn players, and singers come over and join ideas. Then I'm going to have several piano players come over and we do things. Just kind of bring the community tighter in Brooklyn. Basically, I'm learning every day. I'm going to be a student for life, no matter how good or bad. Everything from different ways, relationships, traveling so much I get to see a lot of different things. Culture, taste different foods, reactions, all with senses, smell, see, taste, you know. In every different country, you just get inspired different ways. The emotions definitely help me write songs. So, you know, a breakup or a death, I may write a song or something like that from that. When it comes to what styles of music, I love Earth, Wind & Fire, Stevie Wonder. I love Asian music. I like music from all over the world. And depending on the magical moment, maybe a jazz song may all of a sudden go to Asia and we all of a sudden get into an Asian thing from China, particular scales. Or maybe the music asks for us to go to Africa. So then we bring out those elements. That's kind of how it works. You get inspired, and then in the moment, the music takes you there. And hopefully you have enough experiences to be able to play what the music's asking for.
When we come together, this is what happens. I don't know how to call it even, It's not necessarily that it's going to be similar to the next one or the previous one. Just paint.
The combination of urban and buildings and foliage, and because we're in a city, it's also layered and really pretty. The buildings from the museum in the background are really light white beige, so we just block them in, and then so we can go in later and add more detail.
Can I spoil the white?
Yeah, do it.
You killed your tree. It's not really there. You get to lie about it. That's the fun. I mean, it's really there, but without that frame, and inside that frame it can be anything we want it to be, and it's really cool.
I think we have similar views.
Yeah.
About painting, even though what we do doesn't look like each other. And we also both love to just go crazy when we let go. So this is, again, just our release to just do whatever you feel at the moment.
We think it's going somewhere.
It's a little muddy, but that's what usually happens when we collaborate. It takes a long time of noodling here and there on top of each other's stuff.
It's like a puzzle.
Yeah.
You just need to figure out which piece. Suddenly you have like more pieces than you would usually have. So you need to find your way through.
Do you want to switch sides for a little while?
Yeah, let me just finish that. Okay. I just noticed the red stripe that you started with last time.
Oh, it's over here.
Yeah, but it's gonna be here.
Yeah, I kind of like it though because it'll balance.
Yeah. What?
My favorite part about how Vitaly paints is he blocks things in. He thinks of the larger picture, and I tend to do a lot more detailed things and focus. create little spaces that slowly start to come over. So to have a blocked in area where I can start to add detail is something I really appreciate.
When she's doing something, I don't really get why she's doing it. But then when it comes together, it becomes a work of art. How do you know when is the painting done? That's hard for me to answer, but I definitely know the feeling of getting close to being done. And we're not close. It's like an argument that you kind of usually have within yourself. Is it a problem or is it not a problem? Is it good or bad? So you know that the other person also having the problems, and it's kind of, that's a relief by itself. You know? You really need to kind of choose. It's like a game that you play and suddenly the rules change and you need to adjust, reinvent the game.
Yeah, it's about problem solving. And we'll never tell each other not to do anything. That if you don't like it, you just cover it, and then if the other person doesn't like what you did, you just cover that, and it's revolving that way.
Yeah, sometimes arguments like that happen, but
but always
that's
silently.
later. That's later, yeah. And it's changing as we start putting, you know, colors that not really there, but are more suggested by what's there.
Yeah. Because we're not just reacting to the environment, we're reacting to each other.
If painting is constantly reacting to what you see in front of you,
yeah.
When you get stuck is when you're not sure what to react to.
Yeah. That still bothers, this right here still bothers me. Can you fix that?
That?
Yeah. I don't know why. It just does. Maybe it's the color. Should we make it green?
Make it green?
Yeah.
Like right now when I'm starting to think about stuff, like more logically.
The magic starts to go away.
Yeah, things start to fall apart.
Maybe cover that up.
Yeah.
But this, I like this. Looking at the focus, which is probably the red tree, to come out and the rest of it to recede, and also for areas that just your eye goes to automatically without being the focus, that bother. Alright, should we stop?
We should definitely stop.
I like it.
Alright. I want this arch here to be.
Let me hear you play it now.
Just that part?
Yeah, whatever part, yeah, that part. Oh, that sounds good. B again. Good. Whole thing one more time, whole thing. A section. Going up to Cripple Creek. The banjo has 5 strings and a little short 5th string there at the top. It comes from Africa. They still play a banjo predecessor instrument over there, and they play it the same way that we do now here in America. We call it by a few names. Claw hammer is one name for the old African style. I guess it's called that because your hand is kind of like a claw and you're hammering down on the strings. And the way that you play is you form your hand in kind of a grip here, and you hit down on the strings with the nail of your first finger. And then you pluck the little 5th string with your thumb. And that's an old-fashioned way of playing the 5-string banjo.
My name is Andrew Mancilla, and I live here in Brooklyn, in Crown Heights. When I went to law school, I figured I gotta just go full out towards law, focus all of my energy on law. And I put music aside. I put my guitars away, I didn't really sing too much, and I just started, you know, studying like everyone else. And I was really, really unhappy. I became absolutely miserable.
All I see in my cutting room time.
And I decided towards the end of my first year to just buy a piano, because I love the sound of piano. I would get home and I would play piano for like 2 hours and just flip out. I didn't know what I was doing, I was just playing, and that was good. That's exactly what I needed to do.
Part of you is beaming.
Performances are so essential to being an artist, and I wanted to take performances in my music career, my personal, just my music, to a whole new level.
The last thing you wanna give is your heart. If the last thing you wanna give, afraid I might tear it apart. Oh, the light. Ah, faccia, du gats.
Jean Valjean. Yeah, that works. I just didn't want to shake like hell like that on that part. Got more of that lag.
2, 4, 6, 0, 1. The more that you love, the more that you love. Don't be
exactly
afraid.
Right.
I'm ready, I'm ready. The more that you love, the more that you love. Don't be afraid. I'm ready,
right.
I'm ready.
So
My elevator pitch to people is it's poppy jazz. There's one that is really dark. It's written in a minor, completely minor key, and it's harder, like hard rock. And then there's another tune that I wrote about cooperating witnesses that's kind of country-ish and kind of old-fashioned. I'm all over the place, but I really try to focus on catchy hooks.
Once again, it looks like I'm wrong. I should have known, you know when to count on. And I've been holding my tongue.
When I was at NYU, I met Lady Gaga, and I performed with her. And she told me, she was like, you know, you've got talent. What the hell are you doing? Do you want to do anything? Do you expect one day to like get famous or something? And I said, I don't know. I have no idea. And when I came back to New Falls, I kind of thought about what she had said, and I decided, boy, maybe it's time to like be serious. And I met with this guy, John Hubert, a very good friend of mine in college, and we hit it off immediately with music, and we started writing, and we formed this band called King's Highway, and it was a hit. And I was writing some really good stuff. Actually, one of the tunes you heard is called Statue.
All about you. And I've been thinking only about you. You think it's half gone, but it's for you. And now I'm all out because
the whole concept of my album Static came about because I was going to Brooklyn Law School. I wrote this song called Lost, and that's about me and her, and me and my love for music. That idea of searching for the balance is threaded throughout the whole album.
Stop singing to me. Did I lose her or did she lose me? I've got to find home, but I lost my wings along the way. My voice, my love, my sweet melody.
Watch this and other Brooklyn Independent Television episodes online at breakartsmedia.org/BIT.